If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 20 of the second series of My Player here on FIFA 16. We start with a home game against Preston. To avoid spoilers from the previous episode, if you haven't seen it, check the channel page for it first. I don't want to spoil what happened, and those people should have gone by now. So I can say we are up to second and in the automatic promotion spots after victory against third place now Queen's Park Rangers, that were previously obviously above us. We're now only above them on goal difference, and we also picked up a draw against Nottingham Forest at home. So the local derby was drawn, as it was the first time we played Forest this season. We today, though, have a big game on the horizon. We've got Preston first, and then there's a game in the FA Cup in the quarter-finals for the chance to play at Wembley against Premier League opposition in the form of Sunderland. Now, I have been selected for the game here against Preston, but I'm contemplating, in fact, I'm pretty sure I am, going to take myself off at half-time to ensure that I'm fit and healthy enough to play in the game against Sunderland, because I'm desperate to test myself against Premier League opposition. So that is the plan for today's episode. Whether that plan goes according to plan, we will find out. If not, we'll end up playing Burnley at the end of the week and just have to hope that a simulated game against Preston sees us through to the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley, although I'm not too confident of that. We are 75 rated now, though, overall, so we're good enough to be playing in the Premier League as far as I'm concerned, and we'll find out whether we can actually help our team get there in... for some reason, I've got Sunderland on the brain, so I was like, where's their red and white home kit? We're playing Preston first, Jez. Well done. Right, let's jump into the game against Preston. If you enjoyed today's episode, drop the video a like rating, subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point to ensure you don't miss out on any further videos. And let's go. 3 points, please. FanMail down the right-hand side. Decides to go back towards Song Jin Hyung, but I get it back out to the right back into Owen Doyle. Around the corner to Gallagher, dinked into the box. That might still drop for Jermaine Beckford, and it has. Awkward defending. Keeper came for it as well, but didn't get there, and Jermaine Beckford heads past the post and over the top of the bar. Good opportunity for Preston there to steal an opening goal, but they weren't able to take it. Gallagher with the throw, brought down by Vermeil. And everybody ignored it, and then Gallagher gets the crossing. This could be dangerous. Navarro has to head behind for a corner. We'll see if Preston can get anything from this. Gallagher again to take the set piece. In it comes, and oh, it's on target, and it's in from Jermaine Beckford. Keeper came for it, didn't get there, as he did with Beckford's chance earlier on. This time, though, Jermaine is able to get it on target, and it sneaks in at that near post. There was a man that was marking him there. I can't quite see who it is. Is that a number 23? I'm not sure. Tried to jump with him. Both he and the defender missed it. It's number 33. Both he and the goalkeeper jumped with it and got nowhere near the ball. Goal for Jermaine Beckford. Oh, it's 13. Well, my eyes apparently need testing. Damien Johnson over the top, looking for Owen Doyle. Good header from Shackle, and we're going back the other way. Will Hughes turns into the man there, unfortunately, but Butterfield steals that off their man in the middle, and we'll get this under control. Now, we'll tempt the defender into a challenge, which is exactly what happened. Apparently, Cunningham's got the pace to keep up with me. We'll take a throw in, though. Wasn't expecting that. We're still not that fast. I think it's acceleration of 77 and a sprint speed of 82, I think. Maybe the other way around. But we're still not very quick. We could do with some more physical accomplishments, but they'll come in time as we get more games underneath our belt. But 1-0 down here as we head towards half-time, and like I say, I'm going to take myself off at half-time regardless of the result, because for me, testing myself against Premier League opposition is more important than this one game in the Championship. Perhaps slightly selfish, but you know, it's a My Player series, not a team series. It's all about me. So we're going to be a little bit selfish and take myself off in 10 minutes' time, and then just hope that the team can make up for it. Thorne into Butterfield. Nice tackle from Song Hin Jun. Lovely tackle there from George Thorne. Right, out to me. Let's knock it down the line. That wasn't necessarily the best of moves, and that will be a free kick. He's caught me there. Should only be a yellow card, but we'll have an opportunity to get this back into the box. Is it going to be a yellow card? It was from behind, but it shouldn't be anything more than a yellow. It is. He's quite quick, actually, Cunningham. I haven't found the ability to get past him yet. Really looking forward to getting some more physical accomplishments, but that's come into the box. I might be underneath it. Bent is, and what a header that was. Darren Bent with the power aerially to smash the ball in off the bar. I don't know whether it hit the bar first and then came down to hit Lindegaard, or whether Lindegaard pushed it up into the bar, but it was the sheer pace on the header that made it go into the back of the net. We'll have a look here. Yeah, Lindegaard pumps it up into the bar, pushes it up into the bar, trying to get it up and over. Doesn't quite. Almost goes with the wrong hand there. Almost... Yeah, you wanted him to go with his right arm there. It's a strange technique to dive backwards. If he's dived sideways, then he might have tipped it up and over. Never mind, I don't mind. It's 1-1, and now I'm definitely more comfortable with taking myself off at half-time. That's probably going to be half-time, and we will take ourselves off. I won't simulate the rest of the match. I'll watch it. If anything happens, I'll show you it. But that's going to be my last action in the game personally. We'll request a substitution, and then we will watch the rest of the game. Lasse Schöne is going to come on for me. We'll watch the rest of the match, like I say, and if anything happens, I'll show you. If not, we'll jump straight to the game against Sunderland. We've got a corner in from Schöne, and up goes Bent, and he scored another header. We've gone 2-1 in front. 2 headers from Darren Bent, 1 from open play, 1... No, the other one was from a free kick, wasn't it? 2 headers from Darren Bent, 1 from a free kick, 1 from a corner. 2 goals for Derby County. Preston, after going 1-0 up, now find themselves behind. Darren Bent is the man of the moment right now. Obviously a former Sunderland player as well, that's just come to mind. Oh, it's all going to come full circle if we both get selected for the game against Sunderland in 2 days' time. Martin. Oh, finish and a half, Chris Martin. He came on for Darren Bent about 20 in-game minutes ago. And that's an absolute ripper. It's going to be a comfortable Derby win here in the end. 3-1 we lead now, and there's only about 5 minutes left. Great hit from the edge of the box. Tell you what, that's a really good strike. There's the end of the game. It ended 3-1 in the end. Clearly, I wasn't of much use, but apparently the team did well enough without me, so it doesn't even matter. Now, please, please, please select me for this next game. I am desperate to play against Sunderland. It probably won't be long before we're playing Premier League football week in, week out, or at least top-level football week in, week out. Whether we move to the Premier League or not depends obviously on who's interested in us. And I was going to play the silver one, wasn't I, rather than simulate the gold one. But never mind, we've managed to get up 1 free kick accuracy-wise anyway. Now, please, please, select me. I want to play. No! God damn it. You better win this, or at least get it to a replay. Please, come on. Do it for the boys. Please. No, Jermaine Lon scores up for 15 minutes. Half an hour in, no change. Half time on the horizon. Seb Larsson sent off. There's a change we want. 2 substitutions from them. Come on, boys. Let's get an equaliser. Come on. Come on, 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Come on, Hoto gets booked. Come on, 10 minutes. Kazri makes it 2-0. You pricks. You useless bunch of idiots. Every single time we have to simulate a game, we lose. Without fail. For fuck's sake. That is so annoying. Well, if ever we were determined to get Derby promoted into the Premier League or to earn ourselves a move to the Premier League or a top division for next season, that was the trigger that is going to set us off on an angry run of form that hopefully will see us get automatic promotion here with Derby at the very least. That win against Preston leaves us still level on points with QPR and still ahead on goal difference, but there is now a bigger gap to those teams below us and outside the playoffs too. I'm sure you share my frustration there, but let's jump into this game against Burnley and go and batter them. Into Barton. Tackled by Thorne. Here's an opportunity to counter-attack. Johnson will play me in. Now, have I got the legs on Stephen Ward? Yes, but he's also taken those legs out. So it's going to be a free kick. And a yellow card. And we scored from pretty much identical circumstances in the first game. Darren Bent scored a header. This time it's going to be an in-swinger rather than an out-swinging free kick. Bent does win the header, but it doesn't cause Paul Robinson, the goalkeeper, many problems whatsoever. Never mind, 0-0 after 18 minutes. Bent. Thought about giving it to me there, but there was a man in front of him. Navarro will, because I'll call for it, and then we'll try and roll Stephen Ward. We've done him once. We might be able to do him twice. We have done. We're getting away from him. He's already on a yellow, of course. We'll drill it in and cleared away before Bent can get to it. Olsen to Will Hughes to Bradley Johnson. Out to Marcus Olsen again. Cross hopefully coming sooner rather than later. There it is. Bent's up again and he's headed wide. I've ended up in the back of the net, but the ball hasn't. Sadly, 24 minutes in, still 0-0. Not sure where they're going to go here. They just said in commentary, Burnley are looking for their 8th straight home victory. So we're up against it here. They're going to get the throw in with Matthew Lowton. George Boyd trying to get back on the pitch, but glitching out. They have managed to get it back into play. David Jones into Joey Barton. Burnley obviously got promoted this year back into the Barclays Premier League in real life, so congratulations to them for that. Turovsky into Joey Barton. Tackled by Will Hughes, but they keep the ball. Hennings. In fact, Joey Barton has actually left them, hasn't he, to go to Rangers in real life. I can't decide whether that's a good transfer or a bad transfer for Burnley, to be completely honest, but Joey Barton was instrumental in their promotion-winning season, so you'd have to say from their point of view, it's probably a bad decision to let him go, but I don't know what the ins and outs are of that move, whether he forced it or whether they needed the money or what, but presumably if they get promoted into the Premier League, they don't need the money. But anyway, if you're a Burnley fan, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that Joey Barton move to Rangers. Are you going to miss him? Who are you thinking about replacing him with in the BPL next season? Throw from Arfield into Ward, back to Arfield again, cross might be coming in, forcing him wide, and back to Joey Barton. I'm going to put Joey under some pressure and steal it off him, but Matthew Lowton's right there to pick up the loose ball, unfortunately. Here's Hennings, out wide to George Boyd, gets it under control, dinks it in, and underneath it is David Jones, and that is 1-0 Burnley. Not what we wanted to happen 5 minutes before half-time, but it was a very well-worked goal, in fairness. Nice spin by Hennings there. George Boyd just with a deft little dink in and a great header. Keeper beating at his near post. We are 1-0 down. Hughes to Navarro. Drills it inside to Johnson. Gets it back to Navarro. Drew it into Johnson. Please, Darren, please equalise. Yes, Darren Bent is in the form of the season right now. I was going to say the form of his life, but he's definitely been in better form at some points in his career because he is a very good goal scorer, but he's banging form for us right now. That's 3 goals for him in today's episode. And can he, again, turn a result around like he did in the first game from us being 1-0 down to maybe pushing on and getting a win? This is good football, playing the same sort of stuff that they were playing in the first half. Will Hughes is going to drill it across here to Navarro. I'm going to call for it now that that defender has pushed up to try and close Navarro down. And we're in the box here. Now I need Darren Bent to pull off the back post for me or someone. There's Bradley Johnson. No! Oh my God, how has that not ended up in the back of the net? Bradley Johnson runs past the ball. We get an accomplishment for key passes, but was that me that messed that up there? Was it Bradley Johnson's fault? I'm not sure. I'm disappointed though that we haven't gone 2-1 in front there. I'm about to call for this in the middle because I'm getting quite frustrated at the minute. Vyman gives that away to George Boyd as well, and Tarkowski is going to give it back to Paul Robinson, and Burnley are going to clear it. Hughes struggling in the middle with Marnie, but eventually comes away with the ball. Now there's 3.5 minutes left to try and get ourselves a winner. The fact that we aren't losing to Burnley, considering they've won 7 straight games, is probably good enough in itself, but I would love 3 points if we can get it. And Schörner's on a nice run here, and he's going to keep going. I'm going to call for this. I'm going to take it up to the defender, take it past him, and look for the winner, and we're going to score it as well, taking things into our own hands. That's the 10th goal of our career. We're going to get a couple of accomplishments here for that. 25 somethings as well. I didn't quite glance at it long enough. Only the 3 accomplishments. That's strange. I thought for a 10th goal of our career we might get a little bit more. Never mind. Great finish as far as I'm concerned. 2-1 Derby County. We are going to beat the side that haven't done anything but win here for 7 games. 8th game, they lose. At least I hope they lose. There's still time for them to get an equaliser, but they're going to lose. Schörner into Bent. Play me. I called for it, and I've got so much space here, but have I got the stamina to get there? We could finish this off and make it 3-1. We've buried it in the bottom corner. It is going to be 3-1. Well, Burnley committed bodies forward to try and get themselves back in the game late on, and now we finished them off. 2 back-to-back 3-1 wins in the league, unfortunately, sandwiching a 2-0 defeat in the FA Cup quarter-final, but at least we were able to get a victory here. That's kind of sweetened my mood a little bit because I was pretty pissed off after A, I wasn't selected for Sunderland, and B, we lost. So to get 3 points in the Championship again is I guess some sort of consolation, but I would definitely have preferred to win, be involved against Sunderland, win it, and have a chance to play at Wembley this early on in our career. We may get the chance to play at Wembley as well if we end up qualifying for the playoffs and getting to the final there. But we might not even need to worry about the playoffs if we keep winning games like this. Cardiff win, QPR win, so we'll still be level on points with QPR. And actually, I'll do that afterwards because I want to I want to play, don't I, the silver free kick thing to try and get a better try and get a better improvement. So we're still 5 points off top. We're still level on points with QPR. However, oh no, Middlesbrough have a game in hand. I was going to say we're now 13 points inside the playoffs, technically. So hopefully Middlesbrough don't win their game in hand, and neither do Hull, and then we'll definitely be 13 points inside the playoffs. But we're now 7 points away from Charlton in fourth, so we just need QPR to start dropping points, and then I'd say that we are nailed on favourites to finish in second place. We may even be able to push Cardiff for the league title if things go our way. But that was a big win against Burnley, because if we'd lost that, we'd still be on 60, and Burnley would be on 57 and within touching distance of us. As it happens, we're now 9 points clear of them. It's amazing how things work sometimes. Just one game, that one game might change the entirety of the rest of our season. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any further videos. Check the channel page itself for any videos you may have missed to this point. But for now, I'll see you next time.